Let's go.
What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you a review of the women's Nike Dunk Low in this Photon Dust and Light Smoke Gray colorway. So this is a brand new colorway of the women's Nike Dunk Low, which was available in extended sizes, so I was able to get my men's size equivalent. These dropped on January 25th for a price of $135 US or $175 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is Photon Dust, Light Smoke Gray, and Light Armory Blue. And being that I'm a huge Walt Disney World fan, the first thing I thought of when I first saw this colorway is that it reminds me of Expedition Everest, the ride at Animal Kingdom, and it reminds me of the Yeti, being that it's done in a mix of light blue and light gray. So jumping right into the details of this shoe, the upper of these dunks is crafted using this very shaggy, long-haired suede. So on the toe box we have this pale blue colored suede, and just like any other Nike Dunk, we have these perforations found all across. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this very light gray colored suede, and has a bit of a beige tint to it, and the same suede covers the eyelets of the sneaker as well. Beneath this on the mid panel we have more of that shaggy long-haired blue suede, and then stitched on top of this, the Nike swoosh is crafted using a gray colored suede. Moving further down we have more of that light grayish beige colored suede which wraps around the bottom of the heel. Above this we have more of that blue suede, and then on the top of the heel we have that light gray suede with Nike branding embroidered across. As far as the laces go, so these only come with one lace option, and they're a flat style lace done in a very pale bluish gray colored tone. Underneath this, the tongue is also constructed out of suede, so it's covered in that same blue suede that we saw earlier on the toe box. And then on the very top of the tongue we have this woven tag with Nike branding in blue. The back of the tongue and the interior liner of the shoe, this is covered in a nylon lining, and there is some level of cushioning and padding around this collar area. And then as far as the insoles go, nothing special here. This is your typical foam lined insole. It's covered in a layer of nylon on top, and we have Nike branding pressed onto the heel in blue. So the upper of these dunks sits atop this solid rubber cup sole, so nothing really special about this whatsoever. And in terms of the outsole, this is your classic Nike Dunk outsole, so this is constructed entirely out of this pale blue colored rubber. We have this circular pivot point on the forefoot, and Nike branding visible right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these dunks. And for those wondering about sizing, so like I said in the beginning, this is technically a women's release, but they were available in larger sizes. So to get your men's size equivalent, you would go up 1.5 sizes. So my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and overall this shoe does fit true to size, so I got these in a women's 11.5. Surprisingly, the width of the shoe, even though it's a women's release, it actually felt a little bit more wide foot friendly than even some of the men's Nike Dunks that are available for retail. Maybe it's because of the suede, it just has a very soft and broken in feel. So I feel like for most people go true to size, but if you have a really wide foot, you still might want to consider going up a half size. So again, if for example you're a men's size 8.5, you'd be getting a women's 10. If you're normally a men's size 9.5, then you'd be getting a women's 11. Moving on to the comfort, so these pretty much feel like any other Nike Dunk, so it's going to feel pretty firm, flat, and low to the ground. There's really not too much from a softness and step and comfort perspective. However, like I just said, the upper of the shoe feels extremely soft and it feels very broken in because of the suede. So because of that, there is no nasty break-in time required. You're not going to have some really gross creases on the toe box as well. So for an everyday casual use shoe, it's not going to be extremely comfortable, but it's going to do its job. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, so first off, material quality, I thought it was pretty solid. The entire upper is crafted using the shaggy suede, which I thought it wasn't bad whatsoever. It's a pretty thick cut of suede, and there were no synthetic components found on the upper, none of that plastic-like leather that's often seen on Nike sportswear dunks. But from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, my pair did have quite a few problems. Most notably, there was a lot of glue stains around the suede, close to the area where it connects to the midsole. And these were like large blobs of glue, which pretty much will ruin the suede. Aside from that though, I thought the stitch job was pretty good and the panels were consistent between my left foot and the right foot. It's just the nasty glue stains that really bugged me, and it ruined what would have been an otherwise pretty much perfect release. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have a pair in hand. How was the build and the QC on your pair? Fingers crossed, hopefully you guys got a better pair than mine. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. Even though this is sold as a women's Nike Dunk, honestly, I think this pair is pretty wearable. I don't think it's necessarily a very feminine colorway. I personally think it's a beautiful pair, even for myself. But while the colorway in itself was nice, the one thing I was a bit disappointed in when I got these in hand was that this light beige grayish suede around the toe box and the heel, this to me almost looked a bit dirty in real life, just because of the shaggy suede, and it just has more of a worn-in look to it, more so than I thought it would based off of the online pictures. I was expecting something a little bit more vibrant, but instead what we got was something a bit more muted and a bit more worn-in looking. So it's not to say that it's a totally bad pair, it's just not exactly what I expected when I ordered these online. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Photon Dust and Light Smoke Gray colorway of the Nike Dunk Low? For anyone watching, did you also pick up a pair of these? Are you potentially waiting for these to go on sale down the road? Or it's just not your cup of tea and this is an easy pass for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check me out on X or Twitter at sean.go spelt out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review and hopefully it helped you in some way, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.